that journey by becoming very relaxed. Notice how your breathing moves in and out of you without any effort at all. Feel how your breath goes in down your throat, circles inside your lungs, and moves out again, away from you. As you breathe in and out, your chest expands very gently, your shoulders rise a tiny amount, and then you return to how you were before. And that breathing is like a great slow wheel of life, drifting into your body, energizing it, and moving out again away from you. That wheel of breath never stops, so allow your body to gently rise and fall with each breath, as if you're moving under the water to a great current in the ocean, like a forest of kelp, moving this way and the other. You notice that you're becoming more relaxed. It seems like inside of you is a series of caverns, all empty, and the breath that you're taking in is a dry, dusty wind drifting down through those empty places. All the way down your arms, exploring down into your chest. When you breathe in, that can go down past your waist, down your legs to the feet. There's nobody inside your body except that wind, that quiet breath. Move around, exploring all the different places. The part of you that thinks now is a little speck. It normally lives up between the eyes, but it's so light, it's been picked up by this breeze, this slow breath moving in and out. Your consciousness can move around inside you, exploring those many caverns laid out along your limbs. If any parts of your body feel a little bit tense, if the muscles haven't remembered that they can let go now, take your breath to those areas and breathe warmth through those muscles, over those bones. Now your body, as you breathe in and out, is golden, light, filled with warmth, totally relaxed. You know you can leave your body here quite safely. Now, with your out breath, let that speck of you that thinks drift outwards. It's a bright, sunny day, and you've been walking in the sun, the hot sun, for some time. You're moving along a beach of sand. All those granules are hot between your bare toes. The waves are coming in to your left, and there are cliffs to your right. Those splashes of spray are welcome and cool when they hit you. stretching away, and it's deserted except for you and the gulls that are wheeling up there in the salty air. You feel utterly at peace, happy to have the world to yourself. Your feet are carrying you towards a tall archway of stone that spans the beach, that runs from the cliffs all the way across to the water. It's a natural arch of sandstone, a vivid orange red through the stone. Along the very top of the arch is a green fringe of grass. This immeasurably old archway is drawing closer above you. You're standing underneath it. On one side you can trace your fingers over that crumbling sandstone, noticing the colours that run in bands through it, faintly sensing the heat that once formed those hues millions of years ago. You can imagine too the rough seas that have swirled around this stone in storms, crashing hard with boulders. Think about the frost, the eternal wind that have eroded this stone into the shapes you're now feeling with your fingers. Centuries of sunlight, frost, rain, and now you're at this archway's very centre. Millions of years of rock shaping so that you can now stand at the very centre of this arch. Standing here, you're part of that enormous span of time. Make a wish as you go through this archway. What would you like to bring into being? Your feet have stepped through the archway. In the far haze, there are wild ponies at the end of the beach, but they're too removed to be worried about you. You hear a gentle splash and feel warm water over your toes. Looking down, you notice there are many rock pools, each one a perfect work of art. Each is still, its inhabitants waiting for the sea to return with its life-giving wildness. In all those tiny, multicoloured pieces of sand, and down there amongst the short shadows, glistening, there's a crystal. This crystal is partly clear, partly cloudy, and its top rises to a point. Reach down and pick this pink-white crystal out of the warm water. Feel it there between your fingers, and then straighten your back, standing, so you can hold it up to the light. See the sun passing through it. As you hold this crystal, you feel a smooth relaxation flowing into your hands. It's moving along your wrist bones into the whole of your skeleton. It's like a gentle, clear liquid that's warm, that can seep through any material. It gives you the same feeling as when the sun emerges from behind the clouds. This warmth is everywhere, on all sides of your body at once. Over to your right, where the cliffs are, you can hear water trickling, fresh water. If you walk over through the hot sand, there's a spring coming out of the rocks, forming a pool. Kneel down on the hot sand besides this pool. Put your hands into its water, still cupping the crystal. Feel the coldness of the water jumping through your nerves up to your neck. Move your hands back and forth, washing all the sand from the crystal, its colors becoming more vibrant. This is land water. Think of the grains of soil it's moved between, those inquisitive root ends, the minerals it's carried from place to place, plant to plant. Let that land energy flow into your hands, enriching all your cells. Now you sit back, kneeling. You find you're on a meter-wide patch of grass that's blowing gently in the sunlight. You're high on top of that great stone archway, but there's plenty of room up here. You feel quite safe. Lie back on this arch. Find the contours of the soil beneath you. Once you're fully laid back, you can feel the sun's warmth all over your body. You can hear the wind. You can feel it tickling around your forehead and your ears. And overhead, occasional clouds move along. Hold your crystal up to the light and turn it. Sense how light moves through its insides. Feel its energy lazily seeping along your arms, through the bones, infiltrating the whole of your skeleton. There are cool drops of land water on the crystals outside from the spring. Beyond them, in the crystal, there are cloudy patches, and there the light breaks into faint rainbow swirls. Now while you're lying here on top of this arch, with the sunlight pink on your closed eyelids, imagine that you're walking down steps cut into that crystal. A stairway whose walls are of a pink-white quartz, smooth in some places, rough in others. The steps you walk on are uneven. They're not necessarily made with human feet in mind, but you follow them downwards, holding the walls where you need to. All around you is a soft pink light coming through the crystal, coming from outside. While you're descending this staircase, think of how this crystal formed. The incredible heat that forged it made it liquid, clear, all that time ago. As you follow the crystal stairway, bring to the front of your mind that you're ready to burn off from your daily life. In the next few moments going down this pink, gently lit staircase, you can offload any small annoyance that's been bothering you the last few days. You can leave it down here on the steps for the crystal to break down. Bring some things forwards, ready them for purifying. And when it feels appropriate, imagine you've left them behind you on the step that's now a little way above. As you must be to have entered this crystal, inside it you still feel human-sized. The staircase is ending now. You enter a hollowed chamber of quartz, and here are the rainbow colours you saw from outside. In the clear crystal walls are thin cracks. They form bendy sheets of pastels that refract the light. And before you, in this chamber, is a pool of clear water. Under the water, some way down, cloudy white quartz can be seen. Steps go down into this pool. The only way through this chamber is to go into the water and out the other side. So let your bare feet begin to go down those steps. You feel the coolness of the water. It's refreshing as it climbs up your ankles, your knees, your thighs. Let yourself turn on the steps and fall backwards. As you lie back in the water, it supports you. It's very easy to float on your back. Now you feel almost weightless, hearing tiny splashes as your limbs move on the still surface of the water. Some way overhead, arcing above you, is a roof of clear quartz. In it are hidden veins of colour, and through it floods light from outside. Floating here, you can feel the essence of this quartz world around you. You breathe in a sense of purity. Every breath seems to clean your body. The motion of the water helps that purity travel through you. It's through your mind, down your shoulders, and all the way to your toes. And on the way it relaxes you. It leaves everything flowing and smooth. This ancient water is charged with crystal power. For a few moments, let yourself float on the surface of this cleansing pool. Now you have left the pool, but not quite in the way you expected. You are swimming still, but you're swimming through the quartz itself. Though it is a stone, you can effortlessly glide through the many patterns in the quartz's body. So let yourself glide now through the crystal. You'll be able to feel when you hit the cloudy areas. Those are just like passing through mist. You'll also feel an expansion, a speeding up as you move through the clear areas where everything's translucent and open to light. Try moving through the sheets of pastel colors where the light refracts. Move through each color there. Make your way through the opaque areas. Go through where it's clear. Can you find the very edges, its contours? Now we've reached the crystal's heart itself. You've travelled some way to enter and meet the essence of this stone. And it's now going to take a form that your mind will provide. A form that will radiate calmness, timelessness, and that it is a friend. Guardian and a guide. They're going to make you feel still inside, calm. They're approaching now. The pink-white glow of the light intensifies as they draw near. As you get close to them, every cell in your body hums with calm. It's like you're related to them. This guardian knows you intimately. In the gulfs of rock time, they found you. They noticed this flash of you moving so close by. They brought you to this beach, to that rock pool, so that you'd pick up this stone today. They too can purify and make whole. Their every thought is a healing wave. Every smile that comes from their face can mend. So be comfortable with the guardian of this crystal. And for a few moments while the music plays, you'll have a chance to share with this guardian some areas in your life that you'd like to heal. Tell them where you'd like to feel this cleansing, healing energy. Which part of your body, which part of your life. So in a way that's natural for you, whether it's by speaking internally or sharing emotions and pictures in your head, tell the guardian you'd like this loving, infinite healing to go to in your life. As well as listening, they'll also begin directing it into you. So in these following moments, let them show you how to send that energy inwards and feel it inside you. You seem to be lying flat on your back, warm in the hot sun rays flooding down over you. In your mind's eye, your eyelids are closed. There are some blades of grass tickling at your ear. You can feel the wind blowing in your hair. You know that you're on the top of that sandstone arch above the beach. And now in your mind's eye, you're looking about. You've sat up on top of that grass. And from this vantage point, you're very aware of how the sea has shaped these cliffs, these boulders, all of the landscape around you. The ponies are down there on the beach now below you. You can hear their hooves on the stone. Stay on this beach a little longer, breathing in this pure, salty air, enjoying how the sun's heat relaxes your muscles, and sensing that that crystal is back in your cupped palms. And if you turn it now a few times, you'll notice you can map where you've been in there. The cloudy areas and the clear ones. Those sheets of rainbow colors inside. Although it's tiny in its way and fits on your palm again. In there was that pool that you swam through. Those steps where you left small annoyances from your life. And there was that time you spent with the Guardian. The healing you directed into yourself is working right now, and it's going to continue working even when you've forgotten about it. So hold that thought as you reach back with the hand that's holding the crystal, as you bring your arm right round. Hurl that crystal out over the waves. Notice it spinning through the air, flashing its light far out to sea, down into the blue, the tiniest kiss of white, and it disappears into the waves, back into the water, so it can be washed ashore in another time, for another soul who needs it. Your hands are empty, but what you need is inside you, safely stored. And this beach is somewhere you can return to anytime you choose to, as many times as you'd like. It's just a few thoughts away. But our time here now is drawing to a close. So say goodbye in your own way to the sunlight on the water, the sandstone of its deep orange-red colors, the rock pools down below. We're going to leave the idea of this beach behind us and let that sunny breeze pick us up. We're as light as a leaf or a speck of dust, and we're being carried upwards by that breeze, circling into the sky. Now the long golden arc of that beach is drifting into the background of your mind. Instead, we're moving towards where the idea of your body has been left. Remember where your body was left, whether it's sitting or lying down. Sense with your mind's eye where that body is waiting for you, and move over close to where its physical outline is. We're going to breathe ourselves back into that body, slowly and carefully. So breathe in, notice how your ribcage expands a little bit. Feel your shoulders rising slightly, and with each breath in, let yourself slide all the way down your spine, slide down through your hips, past your knees, right down to where your ankles, the soles of your feet, and your toes are. Imagine there's a very fine, silver, cool dust slowly filling up your body. The ankles, up through the calves. Breathe in again and feel those many, many fine points, that tickling as the dust settles all the way to your knees. Now as you breathe into your body, it begins to fill upwards through your thighs. Everything's becoming cooler, heavier, all the way up now to your hips. Your legs now feel the right organic weight attached to the torso. But that dust is still settling inside your stomach. It's filling your lower chest, filling out between the ribs there, up to where your shoulder blades are. Carry on breathing in and feel the many, many tickling points as that dust trickles down your arms. Cool right down to your fingertips. Now the wrist is filling up through your lower arm to the elbow, becomes heavier, cooling itself with that dust. It continues sliding in and filling your upper arms all the way to the shoulder. Carry on breathing inwards and outwards without any effort. That cool dust is bringing yourself back in, all the way up the neck, up to where your chin is, filling up the back of your skull. Imagine the right weight is coming back to your jaw, your cheekbones and your nose. You're filling yourself back up around the eyes, there in the back of the head. Keep on breathing and explore this new heavy body. Any parts that still feel spacey or empty, adjust yourself very slightly. Breathe in again. Feel the dust settling so that all empty places now are filled. Your whole body is the right weight. The bones are joined together at the right places. You might want to try wiggling your toes a little bit, moving your fingers just a fraction so the muscles give those creak sensations. And when you do feel that your whole body has become yours again, have one more good deep breath, and with it, open up your eyes.